Hey, this is Matt Benelli, and today isn't just another Coach2Scale quarterly summary. This is our 100th episode. That's right. Only about 10% of podcasts ever make it to 100 episodes. We've published week in and week out for 2 years, and it's all thanks to you, the listeners, the guests, and supporters who've helped build this community of sales leaders, coaches, and lifelong learners. I can't thank you enough for helping to be part of this journey. Now, this Q2 recap isn't here to pat anyone on the back. It's here to spotlight the hard lessons, the real wins, and the brutal truths about what it takes to lead, sell, and scale in today's world. So if you're ready for that, let's go. Welcome to Coach2Scale, how modern leaders build coaching cultures. I'm your host, Matt Benelli. Join me as we build a community of like-minded professionals who share the belief that effective coaching improves the performance of every team member. Our mission is to help leaders become better coaches. The Coach2Scale podcast is sponsored by CoachEm, the world's first AI coaching execution platform that leverages evidence-based coaching to increase quota attainment. And with that, let's get started. This quarter on Coach2Scale, we heard from people who lived the hard lessons. And if you're paying attention, their stories, it's not just for inspiration. They're a call to action. So this is about what happens when you don't see your blind spots, when you don't coach and you just tell people what to do, and when you don't invest in your people, but your competitors do. So let's break it down. No fluff, just the brutal truths in 5 parts. Number 1, adversity doesn't build character. It actually exposes it. Kevin McCarthy, if you remember him, he was living large until he wasn't. He ran one of the biggest Century 21 franchises in the country. Then he ended up in prison. Not good. And it's not because he was a villain. It's because he didn't see the iceberg under the water. His blind spots were what sunk him. Let me be clear. That's leadership without self-awareness. But if you think you're immune, think again. Kevin owned it. He said, I didn't knowingly commit any crime, but I did commit the crimes. Again, that's what he said. Here's the kicker. It wasn't his enemies that took him down. It was himself. So ask yourself right now, what's your blind spot? And if you don't know, that's your blind spot, right? There's the old saying, if you're at the poker table and you don't know who the patsy is, guess what? You're the patsy. Then there's John Walston, another great guest. Battling anxiety, not with hashtags or empty affirmations, but with action. And what John said is, you don't stop anxiety, you move through it. You want mental toughness? It's built rep by rep, like a muscle. Physical activity, gratitude, reframing your thoughts every day, not when it's convenient, when it needs to happen. And then there's my old colleague from New England Funds, way back in the day, Neil Wood. The guy grew up broke. Like me. He grew up broke, but he decided he didn't want to stay that way. And his motto, if you're willing to learn, nothing will stop you. If you're not, nothing's going to help you. I love that. Thanks, Neil. No entitlement, no waiting for permission, just relentless self-improvement. And you know what? It also helps to love what you do every day. Are you learning right now, or are you coasting on yesterday's wins? That's a question you might want to ask yourself. Number 2, stop pitching. Start solving, or get the hell out of the way. Neil Wood raised $1 billion without selling. He listened. He didn't push any product. He helped solve problems. Mike Mulfelder, he rips bands to shreds. He said it creates adversaries, not customers. And his 4 W's, what happened, why now, who owns it, and what's the plan, are about getting to what is real. And if you're still out there, old school selling, your prospects can sell it. It's like commission breath. They can definitely smell it through the phone, through the Zoom, and they're tuning you the hell out. Now, my friend from Houston, Tom Young, he said it straight. Most buyers don't even know what they need. It's your job. It's our job to help them figure that out. So if you think you're closing, or are you just hoping they don't see through you? Again, question you might want to contemplate. Number 3, as part of our Q2 summary here, we know this. Coaching is a skill, but we also know that many managers suck at it. They just don't know how to do it. It's not 100% their fault. They haven't been trained. You haven't been trained. But guess what? You got to own it. You got to figure it out. And you can do that. And we're here to try to help play a small role there. Mike Montague nailed it when he said, it's not your job to have all the answers, but it is your job to ask the right questions. And you know what weak managers do? They rescue, they dictate, they give answers. That's not leadership. They think it is, but it's not. Jeff Kepler, another great Texan in the sales world, insightfully said that leadership isn't given. It's earned by standing with your team, not kissing up and not kicking down. I love that. Not kissing up, but not kicking down. And my very good friend, Dan Freund, made this brutal but key point. If you're inconsistent and if you shift with the wind, you're eroding trust every single day. After all, people don't quit jobs. They quit leaders who can't be counted on. So the question is, are you the leader people want in their corner or the one that they're right now planning to lead? Now, number 4, culture isn't a slogan. It's what you tolerate. Let me say that again. Culture isn't a slogan. It's what you tolerate. We debated it. Should you be friends with your reps or not? Remember that? Our first live event, Mark Costaglau, he says yes, because friends hold you accountable. They're great accountability partners, he said. Kevin Gaither, KG, says, no, watch out. Too close and one misstep could kill your career. That was a great debate. I invite you to go back and watch closing arguments with Mark and KG. And here's the truth. You don't need more friends at work. You need more trust. Got to earn that first. Tony Burnside, my good friend from down under, hires good people first. Skill comes second. Work ethic third. That's the order. Hiring good people, skills, work ethic. That's the order. And he puts his money where his mouth is, investing in training, not just lip service and talking about it. Thanks, Tony. Pam Dake, she summed it up really well. She's an enablement leader who's put her heart and soul into it. She said, enablement, it's not a side project. It's your competitive edge. And if you're not enabling your team to win, your competitors are. And that's brutally and critically important, especially in this day and age. So number 5, kind of summing it up, the non-negotiables, that's part of the Coach2Scale playbook, the CoachEm playbook. And if you take one thing from it, this recap, let it be this. These points. Your blind spots will wreck you if you don't hunt them down. Adversity doesn't care how you feel, but it tests who you are. And if you're still pitching, you're already losing. Coaching, it's about questions, not commands. Inconsistency, that kills trust, full stop, period. Hire good people, grow them, or someone else will. And if you're not thinking like an owner, why should anybody follow you? Your customer's outcome is your scoreboard. And as Metallica says, nothing else matters. Final gut check here in our Q2 summary and our 100th episode. Let's ask this question. What are you going to do to change before Q3 rolls in? Because it's rolled in, rolling thunder. Because this isn't theory. This is survival. This is how you scale. This is how you grow. Thanks for riding with us this quarter. The next one's coming fast. Let's get after it. And as always, coach them if you want to keep them. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Coach2Scale, How Modern Leaders Build Coaching Cultures. For show notes and other episodes, visit and follow us on Twitter at CoachEm Now. See you all next week. Thanks for joining. And remember, coach them if you want to keep them.